Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and once again I have changes to share with you in my little fish room, so please stay tuned. Once more back in my little fish room. Lots of changes taking place, so stick with me and I'll walk you through. First, I want to introduce you to my new female beta sorority. I used the setup from my planted jar. My guppies are back in the community tank, and they're doing very well. If you notice, I have a new 10-gallon tank for this sorority. I knew I would eventually start adding tanks again. In this sorority, there are 6 females. I have 3 peach-colored veil-tail females. Now, there is one that I thought looked more like a male, but I'm not sure. I would love your opinion on that. They're from PetSmart. It breaks my heart to see them in the little cups swimming in their own waste. I can't help but want to pick up 1 or 2 every time I go there. I really have to restrain myself. The store marks the male and female, but I have seen many labeled wrong in their species, so I'm sure gender could be labeled wrong as well. The other 3 are half-moon females. One is black and kind of ugly. She is actually a half-moon dragon scale, but for some reason I just had to have her. The other 2 are much nicer looking, being mostly whitish pink with black markings. Now, I would eventually love to breed them, but at this point I have much to learn before I can get into that end of this part of keeping betas. But I really am enjoying this sorority. This is my new beta cube shelf. There are 5 shelves, 3 of which I'm using for my bettas. The first shelf has 3 cubes holding Crypto, my half-moon male, who has a blue body and red fins. Beside him is a new little Dumbo I just picked up. I named him Tissue for his white fins because it looks like he's waving tissues in the air. And then beside my new little Dumbo is my handsome veil-tail Picasso. Now right now I think Picasso is the largest of all of my betas. So that completes the first shelf with 3 cubes. Moving up to the next shelf, I have 2 cubes, home to a new veil-tail that I named Doc. He is actually quite turquoise in color, but looks more blue on video. He has a very prominent horizontal line down his side, which really doesn't show up well at all. Beside Doc is Shiraz, another half-moon. He has a dark red body with bright red fins. Shiraz is quite funny, as he often lays on top of the plant with most of his body sticking out of the water. The first couple times I saw him do that, it scared me. I thought he was dead. But nope, he just lays there on top. Honestly, he just looks like he's sleeping. It's quite amusing to see him do that. I'll try to get that on video. And then finally, on the top shelf are 2 cubes. There is Marcel, who is my absolute favorite. I just find him stunning with his golden fins and beautiful blue body. He is just really striking, and he is very active, constantly on the go. Now, I have the cube separators out right now, just because they show off their fins better. And then of course there's Cloud. Now he was my first purchase, so he will always be special. But as you notice, I don't have my mini sponge filters in the cubes. When setting up this shelf, my tubing wasn't long enough, so I decided I'd wait and purchase more tubing before I add them. But really, I do water changes every other day, so I feel the filters, unless I go away, are not necessary. So that brings me to my first of 3 fry tanks. This tank is holding my Super Red Empress fry. Now these guys are about 5 weeks old now, and they are over an inch. They are doing tremendously. I just can't get over how quickly they're growing, and they eat like crazy. I just wish they would color up sooner than they do. So in this little tank, there are my oldest fry. Now these guys really need a bigger tank, and I do plan on moving them back into their 20-gallon so that they will have more room to grow. But it's a good mix of yellow lab, there's some Kenyai in here, some elongatus, some super red albino zebras, and a radis. And this is the third of my fry tanks. As you can see, there's quite a mix. And there are quite a mix of sizes again. Every so often I will sort my fry by sizes. And it looks to me like I'll be needing to do that again very soon. It's really a pain to do it, but I feel they grow better when they're in with a similar size. Now here's Bogart. He is doing really well. He is very interactive. He constantly watches me and follows my finger. So I spend some time with him every day. Before we were gone on holidays, he was letting me pet him, but I've had to start that over. He seems to have forgotten that we got that far. But anyway, I do plan on venting him and Greta next water change, just to make sure that they are what I'm hoping, a male and a female. If they're both males or both females, then I will have to decide on which one I want to get rid of, because I really want to try breeding them. So I will need the gender I'm missing, but I really believe that he is a male and she is a female. Maybe that's because that's what I really want. But next water change, I'll vent them and we will know for sure. And that brings us to Greta. Now she's in my 20-gallon aquarium, and I plan on moving her in with Bogart. So I won't do that until next week when I vent them to make sure that they are male and female. And if that doesn't turn out the way I'm hoping, then I will have to decide to get rid of one of them. But I do plan on putting my larger fry back in this tank so they can grow out. So that brings me to the end of my little tour and update. As you can see, there have been some changes in my little fish room. There is still one big change I want to make. I want to get rid of my desk. It's too big and bulky, and all I can see is space for more tanks. So that's my goal, is to have that desk removed. I have a feeling my son will take it. So for now, that's my update. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I wish you a great day tomorrow, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.